Surgical techs are important members of the operating room team. They help surgeons and nurses during operations. You can think of them as the surgeon's extra pair of hands. They make sure everything runs smoothly. Surgical techs are specially trained to work in the operating room. They know the names and uses of all the tools. They pass instruments to the surgeon during surgery. They also keep the operating room clean and organized. Being a surgical tech is a rewarding job. You get to help people every day. You are part of a team that saves lives. It is a fast-paced job that requires focus and attention to detail. But it is also very satisfying to know that you are making a difference in people's lives. Before the surgery even starts, surgical techs are hard at work. They make sure the operating room is completely ready. This helps keep the patient safe and prevents infections. First, they check all the equipment. They make sure everything is working properly. This includes the lights, the suction, and the surgical instruments. They then sterilize all the instruments. This kills any germs that could be on them. Next, they set up the operating room. They lay out the surgical drapes, gowns, and gloves. They also prepare the surgical instruments and supplies that the surgeon will need. They make sure everything is in the right place so the surgeon can easily reach it. Once everything is ready, the surgical tech helps the patient get ready for surgery. They may help the patient onto the operating table. They might also put monitoring devices on the patient. During surgery, surgical techs are an extra pair of hands for the surgeon. They pass instruments, sponges, and other supplies to the surgeon. They do this quickly and efficiently, anticipating the surgeon's needs. Surgical techs also keep the operating room sterile. They watch to make sure that no one touches anything that is not sterile. They also clean up any spills or messes that happen during surgery. They are always watching the surgery closely. They make sure the patient is safe. They are ready to help if anything unexpected happens. Surgical techs are vital members of the surgical team. They make sure that every surgery is as safe and efficient as possible. After the surgery is over, the surgical tech's job isn't done yet. They have important tasks to do to help the patient recover and to prepare the operating room for the next procedure. First, they help to move the patient from the operating table to a stretcher. They do this carefully, making sure that the patient is comfortable and safe. They may need to adjust bandages or dressings. Next, they clean up the operating room. They dispose of all the used instruments and supplies. They also clean and disinfect the operating room surfaces. This helps prevent the spread of infection. Finally, they restock the operating room with fresh supplies. They make sure that everything is ready for the next surgery. They are always prepared for the next patient. Working as a surgical tech is all about teamwork. Everyone in the operating room has a specific job to do. They all need to work together to make sure the surgery is a success. The surgical tech works closely with the surgeon and nurses. They also work with anesthesiologists and other medical professionals. They communicate clearly and respectfully with each other. This makes sure the surgery goes smoothly. Everyone in the operating room is important to the patient's well-being. They all rely on each other to do their jobs well. They are all committed to providing the best possible care for the patient. Surgical techs are an important part of the healthcare team. They are dedicated professionals who work hard to keep patients safe and healthy.